Ruben Amorim has identified his perfect fit in left wing back position. Patrick Dorgu from Lecce. I'm going to tell you about this 20-year-old kid and what exactly his game is like. Meanwhile, Antony dos Santos is attracting more interest, not just from Spain, now Greece. A giant from Greece is saying the Greek gods have told us you can come home. Welcome to the United Sport. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are tuned in, is one thing you can do. Like this video, share it, and subscribe to the United Sport because the transfer window is just picking up. I told you it's just picking up for Man United. Now, the latest that has come in, this has been confirmed by Fabrizio, the Kingpin Romano himself. He has said that Man United have included the 20-year-old Danish international Patrick Dorgu on their list for the January transfer window in left wing back position. The same list has got Milos Kakias from Bournemouth. It has got Nuno Mendes, that is from Paris Saint-Germain. Now listen, let me tell you this. Patrick Dorgu is quite a baller. I've been watching lots of his videos, looking at them back and forth. You can think he's a midfielder. The boy is a left wing back, plays left back as well, but he can cut into the middle. What a dribbler. He can collect people in bodies, in their numbers, and beat them off, going straight to goal. He's so direct. He's so progressive in his style. He's attack-minded, gets the ball thinking forward. He doesn't think negative. He's too bold and aggressive to go into bodies and run into them. He's big, huge, and tall. Like you can see him. He's in the image you see below Antony there. He's such a complete, proper, pure Ruben Amorim player, if you ask me. He can play. Now imagine he's a proper left-footed player who can play on the left. He can be inverted, can play on the right. This is wing back. He can play in the middle, on the left-hand side of the midfield. He can play as a left back as well. He's a versatile, proper hard worker that certainly I think Ruben Amorim would use. He scores goals as well. He's scored so many goals getting the ball from deep and running through bodies without fearlessly running through bodies and scoring goals individually. You know, he's got a dimension to his game that you love. I think I like him after watching him and his videos for quite some time. He was signed by Lecce. Of course, they promoted him from their junior team in Italy. They signed him for 200,000 euros. Now, they are saying they have put a 20 million euro price tag on him for a boy that they got for 200,000 euros just 2 years ago in 2023. Right now, it's 10 times more. They are putting a 20 million euro price tag on him. Is that too much money for Man United to raise, honestly, in January? I think for me, I like him. His good age, he's 20, his physique is good, his energy, his work rate seems to be the proper Amorim work rate, and he's young, he's trainable. United is at a rebuilding phase. For me, I think that's a deal that makes sense in terms of cost, in terms of the versatility of the player, but also most importantly, he is a player who comes into United and solves a big problem. The Diogo Dalot position, the left wing back, is a proper, complete problem for Man United. Now, for me, I've been saying that I would want to see an attack-minded player come in wing back, a proper attack-minded player, winger. They don't get more attacking than this boy. They don't get more attacking than Patrick Dorgu. He's a left wing back who thinks forward, gets the ball. First instinct is for him to go forward, cuts into the middle, inverts himself into the middle, runs through bodies. Proper Ruben Amorim profile. Those are the profiles he was talking about that we need in Man United. I like him, honestly. I like him. Now, the other one is, of course, an update that we have now is on Antony dos Santos, and clubs from Greece are expressing interest, and the latest is Olympiacos. Now, these are the Greek giants saying they can get him. Now, I think I love these Greek interests a lot more than I like the Spanish interest. You know why? Because Spanish clubs, Real Betis cannot afford to pay half of the wages of Antony. They can't. But Greek clubs have their money. Greek clubs can afford to pay the full wages of Antony dos Santos. For me, that's why I think it would be a good loan move, good business for Man United, because the issue with United and Antony now is mostly on the wages. He earns a lot of money, got a long contract, as if almost a similar situation with Marcus Rashford. So if a club from Saudi does not come in and ease this load from Man United. It can only be Greek, Chinese, Qatari clubs that can come and Russia. These are only clubs that can come and match the wages of Antony. So for me, I like the Greece deal. I think it makes more sense. They can try to match the wages, and I also think it would be less pressure on Antony. I think it would be a better space for Antony to realize his touch again if he's sent to a country like Greece. So I think for me, I think for me, it makes a lot of it makes a lot of sense. So the latest that we're getting is that yes, this club is so interested. That is Olympiacos. They've got a total wage bill of about 24 million pounds per year. That's their total wage bill. We're talking a club like Olympiacos. Now, this is for me just to show you just how much money they can potentially pay a player. They've got players like Youssef El Arabi, who earns 35,000 pounds per week. Players like Gustavo Scapa, who earns 61,000 pounds per week. So, I mean, if they get a player like Antony, clearly they can be able to pay him a cool, probably 150,000 pounds per week. I think they can match it. I don't think Real Betis could even pay a half, even 100,000 pounds to Antony. For me, that's a thing for me. That's why I think I'm excited about this move than I would be about any move to Italy or any move to Spain for Antony. But Laurie Whitewill is saying that Italy seems to be the most likely destination for Marcus Rashford from Man United. This is according to Laurie Whitewill. I've told you about how AC Milan have been serious trying to work out a way to interest him, but most importantly to come into agreement with Man United on a deal that would see Marcus Rashford go to the Italian Serie A. So it's, I think, a beautiful situation. It's good progress for United. I think if you look at currently the situation with United and links with players, you talk about players like Rando Kolo Muani. United has now joined the race for him. Of course, Spurs seem to be more advanced, but United hoping they can come in and be able to get him if indeed he's a player they want to get in, because he's an available player on loan, top player. You think that, I think, business could be done early in this January so that Ruben Amorim gets enough time with the new signings and have proper preparations for games, because it's a battle. They are learning a lot of things, battles within battles. So you're training and battling in training, but battling in games as well. So you don't have a lot of time. There is no preseason. So for me, I think it's better that players are signed early so that Amorim gets the time to work with them on the so many things he's got to do. So it's, I think, a good place. I feel good about this January. And I mean, we know that there was never money. We are in a sell to buy situation, typical sell to buy situation and stuff. But the loan opportunities that are availing themselves for me do make sense. But also the opportunities of players that United can get on the market, I think are good, because they're good cheap players. I'm talking a player like Patrick Dorgu. I don't think Lecce can refuse to sell Dorgu to Man United for even 10 or 12 million pounds if United bring that cash in this January. I mean, for a player they only got for 200,000 euros just a few years ago. So I think it's good business. I mean, there are transfers you look at and study the situation, read the situation of the club, and you're thinking, is this possible? I highly think most of the transfers we've been linked with are possible, with the exception of Nuno Mendes, who I think is a bit pricey, and it doesn't seem to be a loan move. It's a proper buy. I don't think United has got that money unless he will come in the summer, because I think United will still find a left back in the summer. But in terms of wing back, in terms of loan moves, these are moves that can happen in Jan. So the Dorgu deal is one that can happen in Jan. The Muani deal is one that can happen in Jan. Zirkzee to Juventus is also one that can happen, because Juventus are now looking for solutions. They are vending their former star, that is Douglas Luiz, back to the Premier League, looking for anyone who can give them enough money for them to be able to price Zirkzee out of the misery at Man United. So again, that for me is significant progress. So you look around the whole Man United transfer situation and you're thinking something will happen, something will certainly give in. It's a good place, proper moves, whereas the cash is not there. I think solutions can be found and this squad can be improved this January. there are so many opportunities that Amorim will be looking to exploit to improve the squad in the January transfer window. And the beauty is already we are seeing improvements in certain key areas where we're a bit struggling, especially in the middle where Kobe and Ugarte do play together. You're feeling, it's looking better now day by day with Kobe and Ugarte. And perhaps now they're beginning to settle in, Kobe becoming more confident, Ugarte understanding Kobe more. So for me, it's a good place we are in that can, I think, give us a good ending to this January transfer window that is starting so quick and so fast for Manchester United. Beautiful stuff happening with United. Of course, a lot more is expected to come in later. I think we shall be having more speculations, more links. It's United, guys. We do know that always will be linked with so many players. You love to hear that because United has got to be making moves if things are going to change. So that's exactly where we are. Beautiful, beautiful stuff happening. This, of course, for me, is energizing news. My name is Webb. This is the United World Sport. Where exactly would you want to see Antony dos Santos go? This could be on loan. It could be permanent. But either way, for me, Greece is a better option than Spain financially. Like, share, and subscribe. And let me catch you later, fam.